Koreans surrounded on three sides by water have long enjoyed seafood and fish. Now, one of Koreans' most beloved fish includes the Alaskan pollock. We eat it as soup, stew, grilled, fried, and dried. Once a fisherman's biggest catch, hauling 80,000 to 150,000 tons per year. The number has been on a steady decline and now faces near extinction in the East Sea. Why the disappearing act, and are there efforts to bring them back? The Korean government's Pollock Revival Project, our news feature tonight.
A saucy steak, boiling spicy stew, savory steamed dish, and soup to comfort your stomach. These are just some of Korea's winter specialties, all made with a fish known commonly as Alaskan pollock. It's Korea's #1 fish preferred by the general population. Here at Korea's biggest fisheries market in Noryangjin, pollock's popularity was evident, in particular because the seasonal fish reaches its peak during December and January. But ironically, the pollock being sold here were all imported.
It's been quite a while actually, over a decade since the fish wasn't caught in Korea. They're all imported from Japan, Canada, and Russia.
It wasn't always like this. In the 1980s, pollock was one of the most abundant species living in the East Sea. However, the pollock catch began a drastic downslide in the 1990s, landing at near zero in 2007.
The main reason is overfishing. If you look at data from the 1970s and 80s, fishing young pollock took up about 80 to 90% of the total weight caught. In head count, it means Koreans ate around 10 times more young pollock than grown-up pollock.
With the domestic supply virtually non-existent, fishing villages that depended on pollock catch to make a living were hit hard, and prices have become unstable. Russian pollock, which takes up around 90% of total imports, has decreased in quantity but increased in the price paid, meaning that the price per unit has soared. Amid growing concerns, the government rolled up its sleeves in 2014. The Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries in Gangwon-do province built a center dedicated to the revival of domestic pollock species. It's a relatively novel attempt to artificially farm pollock, previously attempted only by Japan.
If pollock is caught again in the East Sea, then we can replace the imported pollock with our own fish, thus raising Korean fishers' income levels.
A pollock takes around 3 to 4 years to fully grow and be capable of spawning, but in Korea there was no adult pollock to begin the revival project.
It was important to produce juvenile pollock to go about the revival project, which meant that we needed adult pollock to spawn. But with the seas almost depleted, it was difficult to find the fish.
The project kicked off with a search for adult pollock, put on the wanted list with a reward of over $400. And it was the occasional catch in the fishermen's nets that cut the ribbon for the experiment. The fish succeeded in spawning and eggs hatched in February. For 10 months, some 35,000 young pollock were grown in the center to a size of 15 to 20 centimeters.
Through the experiment, we've achieved growing for 10 months thousands of juvenile pollock of up to 20 centimeters that can actually be released into the sea.
Finally, after 2 years of research, the long-awaited day arrived. The East Sea fell below 10 degrees Celsius, the ideal temperature for this cold current fish. 30 minutes away from the shore, 15,000 farmed pollock were released last Friday. The center aims to release over 1 million of farmed pollock every year starting from 2018 to eventually form a designated pollock fishing ground in the East Sea. As pollock instinctively return to the place where it's first released, the center expects the juvenile fish to first head north in March when the water temperatures in the East Sea become warmer and come back in fall along with the cold current. In order to have as many pollock as possible returning, fishing in waters where the pollock was released is to remain prohibited for 4 years until 2019.
In about 2 years, the released fish will grow fully. When pollock is caught in the East Sea, we'll run DNA tests to check whether the experiment had substantial impact.
If many pollock are caught, then it's good for everyone. If the first ever pollock release succeeds, I believe that we'll soon be able to find as many pollock in our sea as we had before.
Will domestic pollock be able to make a comeback and return to the Korean dining table? The government and the fishers are crossing their fingers for it to happen. But after all, only time will tell.